Hey everybody, this is Rebel Builder and we are looking at another classic space set. This is the Starfleet Voyager from 1981. This ship had 242 parts. And this was my first classic space ship, so this kicked off a lifelong love of classic space and Lego, and just been a fan ever since. And if you're new here, please hit subscribe so you don't miss what I have coming in the future. This set is 34 years old, and it looks like a ship that's been away in deep space on missions for 34 years. The gray is kind of yellowed, the white has faded, a lot of the decals or printing on some of those pieces is worn off. But I wanted you to see this. This is authentic, this isn't a recreation. I've had this set in my collection for this long. Starting here in the front, the nose cone actually has a hinge on it so it moves up and down. Now I think the shape of this nose cone was actually something they picked up on Benny's spaceship. Got a black ladder here, some transparent green pieces inside the radar dish. And here to access the cockpit is just a simple transparent blue plate on hinges. No fancy controls or printed tiles back in 1981, you just got a simple steering wheel to fly your ship. Now this printed slope here, that's in really good condition, so I don't know if that actually belonged to this set or not. You can see a couple of computer terminals here. These things are in pretty good shape. They've faded a little bit. And these black grill pieces here, I think those must be from a newer set too. They're in pretty good shape. As we move back to the rear of the ship here, see some of the details, and again, some of those printed pieces have worn off over the years. So this set isn't modular, it doesn't come apart or anything like a lot of the other classic space sets, but in the back we do have this cargo hold where we pull off this tile, and the engines here, this whole back section, are on hinges to reveal the piece of cargo. In this cargo box here you can see what bad shape that printed piece there with the classic space logo is, but also these doors, those are the correct pieces, but those are in a much newer light bluish gray instead of the original white. I couldn't track those down. But just simple hinges here, pop these open, and these are on both sides. And inside you can keep some tools, a little walkie-talkie. And how the rear part of the ship splits apart like this on hinges, this was an evolution of the earlier sets like the Galaxy Explorer and the Space Cruiser. Same kind of design, just with some different colors. And here's a shot underneath, and these slopes here, these are similar to what came out in the Galaxy Commander in 1983, which is my favorite ship of the era. But you can just kind of tell there was a lineage between these early classic space sets. You know, they kind of evolved from one ship to the other. And here is the classic space guy. Now I went through my collection and tried to find the best red classic spaceman that I could, and you can see he's in pretty good shape, but there is some wearing off on the printing on his chest piece, and you can see he comes with a little wrench there. And I think it's interesting, that wrench piece, that really hasn't evolved since it came out. I think that's pretty cool. I do love looking back at some of these old classic space sets. I think the thing that strikes me the most, aside from how complicated new Lego sets have got, are just how few parts were in these older sets. Now I'm sure that was a lot of economics and things back in the day, but this set only had 242 parts, and these days a ship this size would probably have 1,000 parts. Alright everybody, let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see more of these classic space sets. I'm going to keep digging some of these out of my collection just to show you and maybe give you a new appreciation for some of the newer sets that come out. So comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Thanks for watching everybody.